In this video, I am going to be breaking down everything that you need to know in order to create high converting landing pages. So this is a comprehensive masterclass meant to walk you through proven strategies, essential elements, and expert tips that I've brought together over the many years that I've been doing Google Ads and pay-per-click advertising, as well as landing page creation, to craft landing pages that will not only attract your visitors, but also convert them into qualified leads. So if you're a small business owner owning a service-based business and you're looking to level up your lead generation and bring in more qualified leads, then this is definitely the video to watch all the way through, because with Google Ads and pay-per-click, there's only so much that you can do from a campaign setup perspective. If you got all that set up properly, but you don't have a proper funnel or landing page set up, then in the back end, all of the quality traffic that you could be generating or that you are generating would just be not set up to actually convert. So I'll go ahead and take you through that. But before then, I wanted to quickly introduce myself. My name is Michelle. I'm the founder of Level 28 Media, and I help service-based businesses generate qualified leads from Google Ads. So if you're spending at least $2,000 a month and you're looking for either an audit or managed services, feel free to check out the link in the description below, and I'd be more than happy to have a consultation with you. So let's go ahead and take you through this full-blown masterclass. And let's get started. So the first thing that I wanted to touch on here is a very common question that I get from potential clients and clients as well. And I think a lot of people tend to wonder this, and it's really, which one's better, the homepage or the landing page, or a landing page? And want to break down the key differences here. So what is a homepage? What's a landing page? So the homepage provides a broad overview of your business with multiple navigation options and various calls to actions to really introduce your company and culture to the visitor. Now, a landing page is a standalone web page designed with a single focus objective to convert visitors into leads or ultimately customers. And it's really tailored to a specific campaign, product, or offer with more limited to no navigation and one primary call to action. Or it could be a few, but really the goal of the landing page is to keep the users there to really take a focused action with more limited calls to action. So the key difference between the homepage and landing pages that, you know, when it comes to the purpose and content focus and navigational structure, the landing page is a lot more simple than the homepage, and the landing page is built for conversion optimization. Yes, a homepage can also be built for conversion optimization, but usually when we're running ads, a lot of times if a client's website is not set up properly, we'll just create dedicated landing pages so we don't have to completely redo a website. We'll just focus on creating a high converting landing page so I can have full control over the user experience to ultimately convert the traffic into qualified leads. So wanted to take you through an example here really quickly. So this is a home page. So this is for a client that does physical therapy, and they have a full-blown website. They've got multiple locations, and they've got quite a bit of content here. Now, the challenge with sending traffic to a homepage like this is there's a lot of information, and if we are only trying to drive traffic for, let's say, they've got multiple locations here. If we're only trying to drive traffic for the Palo Alto location, then sending traffic to the homepage saying that we have 7 locations and they've got locations these are all in the Bay Area. But if we're only trying to drive traffic for Palo Alto, well, it wouldn't make sense to drive people to the homepage, because then they're going to see all these other options. They're going to click around to different places. They may scroll down. They may click on your Facebook Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and then they could get lost because there's so many places within the navigation menu to get lost. So when you are running paid advertising, ideally it'd be best to drive people or users to a dedicated landing page. And this is a perfect example. So I basically took the look and feel of the website and applied it to a single landing page here. And with that, we are explicitly saying that you can get dedicated physical therapy in Palo Alto, not in, we're not mentioning all these other areas. It's just this one because within our Google Ads campaign, we're only focused on the Palo Alto area. So when the user sees, then they're actually in Palo Alto, they're looking for a Palo Alto physical therapist, then this is going to be a lot more impactful and aligned with the user's interest because you're showing that we're closer to them. Now, if we were driving traffic from a general Google Ads campaign to the main website, there's a lot of different locations and people might not know where to self-select. So keep that in mind. When you're driving traffic, it's best to keep things a lot more tight when you're setting things up, and you want to be very specific on the area that you are promoting as well. So this is the landing page. I'll take you through some of the landing page best practices and conventions in a bit, but just wanted to share the key differences here. It's a lot more general versus here with the landing page, they're really trying to get the user to contact us, which is through a phone call or through a form. So that's that. Now let's go ahead and take you through some essential elements of landing pages. So there's certain elements that must be present and strategically placed on the landing pages. Number one is phone number placement. Number two, form visibility. 3, logo positioning. And 4, just having strong message match. So when we're talking about phone number placement, the phone number needs to be easy for people to find. Point blank, very simple. You're making it hard for people to find your phone number. No wonder they're not calling you. And it seems obvious, but even looking here on the home page, it's easy to find, right? You've got the phone number here. Here on the landing page, you've got the phone number as well. So make it really, really, really easy for people to contact you. And please, if you are running paid traffic from mobile devices, make sure that your phone number is easy to find on a mobile device too, preferably in that top header section. On desktop, the phone number needs to be on the top right, and it should be applied multiple times throughout the landing page. So as people are scrolling down, the call to action to call is very prominent and easy to for people to take that action. The next is form visibility. In this case, the form is actually hidden behind the Get Started button. So when someone clicks Get Started, there's a form pop-up. It's called a light box. And essentially, it will pop up on the screen and then people can fill out. I've actually tested whether having a pop-up form versus a form directly on the landing page like here performs better. And actually I've seen it perform differently in different industries. And in many industries, having the form directly above the fold, very visible, like what we have on this landing page here, perform really well. In this case, this didn't really matter as much. So for the physical therapy, so we kept it as is. And it performed really well. I think also too, and actually we'll talk about images in a bit, but form visibility, make sure that you have a form. Don't hide it all the way down at the bottom. Make it easy for people to contact you. On this landing page that I have here, I did the same thing with the pop-up. Very, very easy for people to find. Got the phone number at the top right, and it follows the standard landing page conventions. Okay, and then now let's take you through the logo positioning and the message match. Logo positioning, logo should always, always, always be far left side on the desktop version. So as you can see here, here, and here, that's just the standard landing page convention. And if you're wondering about this landing page, why it doesn't have a phone number, they actually didn't want phone calls. So for this specific client, they didn't want it, but for these other local clients, they wanted that. And then message match, please make sure that the message aligns from your ads align with what's on the landing page. If you are promoting your Palo Alto location, but you're saying Los Angeles in your ads, that's clearly not a strong message match, and people are going to leave very quickly because it's not relevant. Also, if you're promoting anything specific, like a specific offer or personalized, let's say, for example, personalized services to families in the greater LA area for finding a senior home place, then this would be ideal. And you'd want to make sure that you have the message in your ad as well as on the landing page. Now let's move on to crafting compelling content. Within your landing page, you really want to make sure that the content on the page is not written by AI. You want to make sure that it is written in a way that's persuasive to convert the traffic from your ads to actually take that next step. So I've actually used this framework called the Story Brand Framework by Donald Miller. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. But essentially, the idea is creating a narrative that positions your customer as a hero and your product or service as the guide. So think about it as if you have a painkiller for your customer's pain, and you want to make sure that you're promoting that. So this approach really helps to connect your visitors emotionally with whatever you have to offer. So check out the book if you haven't, but that was just a high-level overview of the Story Brand Framework. Really make sure that you agitate that pain, and you make sure that you show your customers and the traffic that you've been paying for why you are the solution to their problems. The next thing that I want you to consider too when you're crafting your content, make sure, number one, that it's not written for SEO. Because if you're just keyword stuffing, it's not going to look very natural to the end user. So mastering the basic elements of persuasion, writing, using active voice, addressing pain points, highlighting benefits, over features, and crafting copy that really speaks to your target audience's needs and their desires. And as you're formatting your landing page, you really need to have strong, compelling headlines, attention-grabbing headlines that clearly communicate your value proposition, your unique selling proposition, and use power words, use numbers, emotional triggers to really entice the users to read further down the page. And then lastly here, effective calls to actions. Design compelling calls to actions that stand out visually and use action-oriented language. A/B test different calls to action to optimize optimize for maximum conversion. So in this example here, we're using all of that. So with the story brand messaging, you deserve to move better. This is emotional because people that go through physical therapy, they're dealing with some pain. They're trying to, overcome a physical, I guess we could call it a hardship, and they're trying to get better. So in this case, what we're trying to, in a very simple way of communicating to the end users, you deserve to move better. So you need physical therapy, and we have that solution to your pain point. And that is the key that we have in promoting here. Another thing, using the story brand framework and strong, compelling headlines is, are you suffering from pain? Physical therapy will help you heal and improve the quality of your life. We're telling the user that the focus is on you. We're not using any assistance. We don't double book. We will help you get better quicker and it's all with using our physical therapists. So you get treatment from the best in business. I talked about numbers. We've got stats here. Very, very important. And then also benefits. Why choose us? Well, we've got individualized patient care. There's no doctor prescription necessary. Then we've got virtual services. Wow, this is the reason why I need to, go to this physical therapist. We've got video, and I'll talk about video and social proof in a bit, but with the messaging, what I want to hit home here is when I use and promote within my landing pages, I like to ask a question, and this is also another tactic. This one, we're not necessarily using a question. It's just like a straight headline that appeals to that end user's pain point. But right here, it's saying, are you looking for the right senior community? Total Senior is a service that will connect seniors with free home care solutions. So whether it's an assisted living facility, whether it's senior apartment, or a board-in care, they will help you based off of your needs and budget. So I tend to like asking questions because that will draw the user in to read further. And another thing too is making sure that you are not putting paragraphs and paragraphs of content. Break it down very simply. Most people, they do not read these days, they scan. So breaking it down in easily digestible format is going to be really, 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 really important. So you see the compelling headlines. I've got a headline here, looking for the right senior community. Why do thousands of families trust Total Senior? Another strong headline. Don't spend countless hours searching on your own. In this case, their value proposition is, we're going to help you. We're going to do the searching for you. You don't need to do it on your own. You don't need to be looking on Yelp, Google reviews, whatnot. Come to us. We'll do all the searching for you. We'll present to you all your options, kind of like a real estate agent. And then you can make the decision based off of what your budget is. That's what their value proposition is. Okay. Building trust and credibility. I cannot probably could spend hours on this, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this just because we are limited here. But what I want to say when it comes to building trust and credibility is it's really important when it comes to converting visitors to customers or just leads in general, because when people are coming from Google, they have no loyalty to you. They're just clicking on the first couple of ads that they're seeing, and they're like, okay, well, let's see if this company has what I have, has what I'm looking for. And having social proof and building that trust and credibility is key. And here we're going to talk about social proof. What's social proof? It's testimonials, customer reviews, case studies showcasing real results from satisfied customers. So if you've got a Google My Business, if you've got a Yelp page with really strong reviews, take those reviews and apply them, put them on your landing pages. Another thing is trust signals. So displaying security badges, industry certifications, if that really matters to your end customers, partnership logos that reassures end users about the legitimacy and safety of your offering, whatever you have. Data and statistics. I've already talked about data and statistics, and you saw with the physical therapy landing page, putting the stats on the page to show people why they should trust you more. That's really key. And then on top of that, guarantees. I'm not telling you to put guarantees like you need a money back guarantee, but maybe it could be something where it's like, hey, a risk-free trial or a free phone call, a free consultation. But what is the offer? I think that's really what I'm trying to get at here is what's the offer? And if you have a strong guarantee, you're going to get more people taking you on that offer. So you don't necessarily have to have a guarantee, but it's a good plus to have. It's going to really increase the confidence and help people make that purchasing decision or just make people want to submit their information to learn more. So here's some social proof examples. I've got some 15,000 happy patients that they've worked with, but I don't have 15,000 reviews here. I've only picked 3 from the many reviews that they have on their Google My Business page. And also putting images. This was not ideal, but this person didn't put their real picture, but putting real images of people is important. I think video over written testimonial is a lot more powerful because you get to see people. It looks more authentic versus, if it's just a written testimonial, who knows if you made it up or used some AI to generate the image or the review. So having a real person and live recording is a lot more impactful. But if you just have written testimonials, that's fine too. Better than nothing. And we have that as well on this. So as you can see, there's multiple examples. You can have like a slide through, or you can just apply the reviews here. I've got some reviews here from real people. Yeah, this is a better example. If people will let you put their full information there, like their full name, then great. If not, you could just use initials. In this case, because even though this is a medical provider, and there could be concerns about HIPAA, these people have actively put their information out there on Google My Business, so it's fair game. Let's see, trust signal, security badges. I don't have examples of that, but maybe if you have like BBB, if you have anything like you've won awards or affiliations, that could be impactful. Let me see if I have it on this page. No, I don't have that. I've got a Yelp review. So this is where I was going with that. So if you've got badges, you could put that here. Above the fold would be ideal because before people start scrolling, they could see, oh wow, they're a trusted source. They 5 stars from Yelp. They've been trusted by the BBB. So that's important. Oops. Optimizing for visual elements. Very, very important. Leverage relevant visuals. If you've watched many of my videos on my channel, or if this is your first video, then you will find out that I'm not the biggest fan of stock images. But in the examples that I have to share with you, most of them do have stock images, but for very valid reasons. I'm not a fan of stock images because a lot of times they look really cheesy. They don't look as authentic. But in the examples that I have to share, especially in medical, people, due to HIPAA, people don't want to have their images posted places, and as well as, the client doesn't want their patients to have their images posted because of HIPAA issues or HIPAA laws. So, if you're medical, you're not really going to have much of a choice. But if you can get a professional photographer, a brand photographer to come in and do pictures of your staff, then that would be great. Or if you can even get permission from patients. I'm not sure if patients give you permission, if that would be okay. Maybe they have to sign off on something to be put on their website, but that's going to be a lot more impactful. So we just touched on avoiding generic stock photos. If you have to use them, then use them. But with AI these days, you could generate some real looking images without having to buy stock photos. So definitely look into AI if you need better looking photos than what you could find on Adobe and what your other competitors are using. So other things in terms of optimizing visual elements: establish visual hierarchy, guide users' attention to the most important elements like headlines, key benefits. As you saw in the examples that I had, there is a specific framework, and it is using the StoryBrand framework to guide the users down the page. I hit the pain point. I tell people why They should be trusting us. I use stats to build my case. I have testimonials. I have live video. And this is all following a very, very well-planned format to get users to convert on my landing page. Leverage white space, utilizing white space effectively. Don't cram all of your content together. You want to keep the flow open for people to easily navigate. And optimizing color scheme, align your landing page design with your website theme. Of course, if your website theme is good. If not, then I would just create my own landing page, just without having to, without keeping that in mind. And then using contrasting colors to make your calls to action more prominent and eye-catching. As you could see, calls to actions pop out very well. We've got other calls to actions here. Call now, get started. We've got the call to action here. Again, get started. It pops out against the white background. Very, very, very important. And as you can see here, orange against white. Okay. And then lastly here, let's see. Here's the important launch checklist, ensuring that your landing page is primed for success. Number one, mobile optimization. Ensure that your page looks and functions perfectly on all device sizes. Make sure that when people are viewing it on the mobile device, that everything is easy. Please test as you're creating it and you're designing it. Always test, especially for mobile, because 80 to 90% of your traffic, if you are a local service-based business, business to consumer, you are going to mostly be getting mobile traffic. Message matching, we already talked about, making sure that whatever the message is in your ad is on your landing page. Whatever's, if you're promoting an offer, make sure that it's on your landing page. Keyword integration, include relevant keywords naturally throughout your content. It's very hard to make it look natural, especially if you're trying to optimize for SEO and PPC, but sprinkling in keywords naturally and not making it look like SEO word vomit is going to be really important. Number 4, pain points and solutions. We already talked about agitating pain. Confirm that your copy addresses the key pain points and clearly present you as a solution. Page load speed. Please use the Google Page Speed Optimizer tool that will tell you how fast your page is loading, and make sure that it's not taking too long to load your page, or else you're going to get a huge bounce rate and many visitors are going to drop off. Form functionality, make sure that you test all your forms. Make sure that you don't have too many fields in your form. There is a happy medium between having a long form and a short form. Long form will typically get you better quality. Short form might not be as best quality. So you're going to have to play around to figure it out. But you don't really need more than first name, last name, email, phone number, and simple how can we help you. So that's really just 5 fields if you're just looking to just have a standard form. Tracking setup, please test your tracking. Implement your analytic, put the tracking template JavaScript on the back end of your website or your landing page. Make sure you're tracking, and then also put together an A/B test plan. Prepare different variations. That's probably going to be later on down the line, but right now let's make sure that steps 1 through 7 for the checklist are completed, and you have all that before you actually launch. And then lastly, when it comes to designing a landing page, you might be wondering, where should you build it? Should it be on your website? Can I build it within Wix, WordPress, Squarespace? Yes, all of those are options. If you are on a more budget-friendly path and you're trying to see what you can do without having to pay for a landing page builder, those are all options. I'm not here to push any option on you. But if you're trying to go for more like a free option or affordable option, then those builders that I just said could be good to start out with. There's 2 others that I recommend. Unbounce is a all-in-one landing page platform software, and they have options to do A/B testing. Right now, as it stands, I have a 20% discount that I can offer to you in the description below. You can check it out. It's known for its drag and drop interface and A/B testing capabilities. And then on top of that, High Level, which is an all-in-one marketing platform. So they don't just do landing pages, but landing pages is part of the offering. It's a lot more affordable than Unbounce, and if you are interested in trying it out, it does have a 14-day free trial. Go ahead and drop the link in the description below. So all of these options have their strengths and weaknesses. And also depending on your technical expertise, if you do not want to go through the technical setup of using High Level, I will say that it is a lot more complicated to use than Unbounce. Unbounce is probably the most user-friendly out of what I mentioned, but High Level is probably the most affordable, and you get a lot more for what you're paying for anyway. So check out the links in the description, and you can see which option's best for you, or you can just drop a comment below, and I will let you know what I think is the best fit depending on your situation. So if you found this masterclass helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I post videos every week on Google Ads, pay-per-click, lead generation, and I would be more than happy to see you in the next video. And if you have any other questions, drop them below. I'll see you.